Yamaha, in its push to reshape motorcycle possibilities, rolls out the MOTORoiDL, a concept electric two-wheeler that epitomizes the firm's chase for intelligent mobility. The bike will make its debut at the Japan Mobility Show 2025, staged at Tokyo Big Sight from October 29th to November 9th. It borrows heavily from the earlier MOTORoiDL, first revealed in 2023. The new concept pushes the envelope of design fused with intelligence, turning a motorcycle into something that does more and interacts with its surroundings in a way. Its standout trick, a 180-degree twist while cruising, signals a daring advance in motorcycle engineering and AI-driven motion dynamics. The MOTORoiDL flaunts a frame that stitches the bike's front and rear sections into a single seamless unit, letting the tail swing sideways while cruising, or even right after. That unconventional architecture does more than turn heads. It acts as a showcase of how adaptive frames can upend vehicle dynamics. Echoing its predecessor, the motorcycle can self-correct back to a stance without any rider input, highlighting a degree of built-in balance and control. By threading intelligence into the framework, the apparatus acquires a self-correcting reflex. It perpetually gauges its balance, parses the subtleties of its turning angles, and reads road feedback, then swiftly recalibrates its motion on the spot. The intelligence of the MOTORoiDL reaches beyond balancing. With cutting-edge AI algorithms and machine learning, at its core, the bike draws insights not from its operational data, but also from the rider's habits. As time passes, it continually refines its performance, knowing when to open the throttle, when to apply the brakes, and how to stay composed through turns, all without a single human command. Allowing the vehicle to learn on its own does two things. It raises safety levels, opens the door to an era of rider-machine collaboration where the car feels more like a responsive companion than a passive tool. The result is a machine that changes alongside its owner, becoming smarter and more intuitive with every ride. At the heart of the bike's architecture sits a feather-light, bend-ready exoskeleton frame that does double duty as a workhorse and a visual flourish. Built to survive punishing motion and stress trials, the exoskeleton keeps the motorcycle balanced when it's parked or cruising without a rider. By leaning on the bike's frame dynamics, the design does away with any stabilizing mechanisms altogether. With a frame that flexes of staying rigid, the motorcycle gains better agility and puts far less stress on its chassis, letting it glide through abrupt directional changes or rapid shifts in motion almost effortlessly. The MOTORoiDL architecture leans into a minimalist, exposed design, letting observers take in its workings. A conspicuous frame links the rear wheels while encasing the sensor suite, the control electronics, and the power unit. Those positioned sensors serve as the machine's eyes and ears, continuously scanning the surroundings for angles, surface contours, and any potential obstacles. The gathered information is sent to the control module, which processes it in the blink of an eye, letting the AI make minute real-time tweaks that keep everything in balance. In the MOTORoiDL, power flows through a drivetrain that nests its drive units right next to the wheel hubs. This close-quarters placement injects stability and precision, letting the vehicle react instantly to acceleration and braking cues. Hub motors, all-in-one motor and brake units, tighten that control further by cutting out most of the lag. The net effect is a lowered center of gravity and a chassis that stays exceptionally responsive to any shift in balance or change in terrain. At the core of the system sits a balance controller that continuously watches the motorcycle's posture and tilt angle. By fusing a torrent of sensor data, it parses cues like road grade, surface texture, and acceleration forces to keep the ride smooth. Soon as it spots a hint of imbalance or an uneven patch, the AI instantly steps in, fine-tuning the frame and redistributing power to preserve stability. Its self-correcting capability keeps the Motoroid upright without any help, offering a glimpse of autonomous vehicle intelligence wrapped in a two-wheel design. Enhancing the bike's repertoire are its tuned motion arms, mechanical extensions that lend a hand when the motorcycle needs to lift itself or shift position. These limbs are guided by Yamaha's motion control algorithms, which convert streams of sensor data into deliberate motions. Every twist, raise, or balancing correction is performed with precision, a testament to the blend of engineered hardware and artificial intelligence. As the AI gets used over and over, it subtly tweaks its motion control parameters, so the adjustments become smoother, faster, and feel more natural. The Motoroid Lambda is more than a showcase. It marks the turning point where motorcycles evolve from mechanical machines into intelligent, self-learning entities. Its capacity to sift through its performance data, absorb rider patterns, and adapt on the fly to road conditions signals a shift in mobility design philosophy. The fusion of AI, robotics, and mechanical engineering shows how tomorrow's mobility could become a self-optimizing system that guarantees performance and safety while still feeding the rider's connection. Beyond the engineering brilliance, the Motoroid Lambda draws the eye with a look that feels ripped from tomorrow. An exposed chassis where razor-sharp precision meets almost organic curves. Its silhouette is stripped down to the essentials. Bold, striking a balance between cold machinery and a sense of life, as if a metallic creature were caught in motion. Every part has a reason. Flexible joints let the exoskeleton bend with grace, and smart sensors are woven seamlessly into its body, each element serving a purpose. Yamaha's design language captures its forward-thinking outlook, where form and function meld together to produce something that feels like an experience than a way to travel. In a world where electric vehicles still dominate the chatter, the Motoroid adds a twist: intelligence. Its on-the-fly, self-balancing design pulls motorcycles a step nearer to autonomy. Yet this advance doesn't erase the bond between rider and machine. Instead, it sharpens it, turning the bike into a participant in the ride. Motorcycles don't just react to commands anymore. They seem to anticipate them, subtly reshaping themselves with every ride and tuning into the rider's style, rhythm, and habits. The appearance of the Motoroid Alpha at the Japan Mobility Show 2025 is set to become a headline act, a sneak peek at the future of vehicle design. It shows how the push for innovation is moving past electrification, heading toward machines that can think, adapt, and live in harmony with their operators. By marrying cutting-edge AI with avant-garde engineering, Yamaha has produced a motorcycle that not upends traditional design rules, but also rewrites what mobility means in the modern age. Through this striking concept, the line between rider and machine becomes more fuzzy. The Motoroid Alpha stands for a partnership between technology and humanity, one that prizes intuition, flexibility, and a kind of symbiosis. It's not merely a device that cruises through space. It listens to its environment, reshapes its personality, and tweaks its responses as it accumulates experience. When the curtain unfurls, at Tokyo Big Sight, the Motoroid Lambda steps into the light, not as a tech exhibit, but as a glimpse of what tomorrow's motorcycles could become. A living, learning, self-balancing kinetic creature that feels like motion made flesh.